Before I even start this video, all I'm gonna say is that this video is not to harm anybody. This video is not in any malice type of way. This video is based off my experiences, my opinion, my feelings, and my beliefs. So if I talk about or reference certain things, and if somebody was a parts of my depression, I have no malice feelings towards you. So yeah, let's just get that out the way now. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my Instagram page. If you have not already been following, make sure you hit that follow button. And on top of that, if you're on my YouTube page, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So if you're looking to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is joysjourney_. If you're looking to follow me on YouTube, definitely hit that search bar, go to Joy's Infinite Journeys, and definitely you will find my beautiful face. So welcome all. And I'm definitely excited to make this video. It's a long time overdue. And today we're going to be definitely jumping into really why I got on social media, what my depression was like, how I was able to recover from it and overcome what I was going through. And I just wanted to give you guys some hacks, some tips that I learned, and definitely some resources and some tools that, benefited me and it could benefit you all. So yeah, but I definitely want to jump into some things that I want to do in the future and I'm looking forward to doing. And also I gotta give some humble shout outs to some people definitely in this video. So yes, the number one thing that basically really got me off social media was my depression. I had depression prior to quarantine, and I've been battling depression on and off throughout my entire life. I think a good amount of people have, but it just really amplified during quarantine because I really had to sit within a lot of issues that had just started to build up, and I couldn't run from them anymore. So it didn't help that things just kept piling up. So that being said, I wrote down, so I wouldn't forget, definitely what I wanted to say. And like I said, if you hear this, pardon that already in advance. It's my bad. It's a little old. So yeah. So there were 6 things that really just got me into my depression. And before I even start this video, all I'm gonna say is that this video is not to harm anybody. This video is not in any malice type of way. This video is based off my experiences, my opinion, my feelings, and my beliefs. So if I talk about or reference certain things, and if somebody was a parts of my depression, I have no malice feelings towards you. So yeah, let's just get that out the way now. So the first thing I definitely want to talk about is social media consumption. Now as a business owner and have coming up on the end of the month, 2 years into my business, and I'm very much excited. I spend a lot of time on social media, running social media marketing, really seeing what it's like to, get other feedback from, what people want to see, what people like to see, and trying to, amplify my business as much as I could. So that was a lot of what I was doing in quarantine and trying to continuously restructure and rebuild my business, and understanding how much social media I was consuming. And on top of that, the Black Lives Matter with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and everybody going to the riots, and it was just so much that social media started to literally weigh in on me. Like sometimes I wouldn't be able to go to sleep because I would be thinking about what was going on in the world or what somebody was doing or what people were a part of. It literally started to consume me, and I just really didn't like how I was feeling about myself through it. And then on top of that, like, my business wasn't amplifying the way I wanted to amplify. So I got kind of lost in social media, and I kind of didn't really, I started to lose my own voice, and it wasn't me anymore, which kind of leads into my second thing. I started to lose my confidence, not only just within my business, but just within myself as well. I had a lot of goals that I planned to do for 2021, and unfortunately, did they happen? No, because of Corona, but some of them I had for my own business, and it just wasn't getting itself there. And I lost that confidence of maybe I can't do this. Maybe it's not my timing, or maybe people don't see me or see me as valuable, knowing I can try and see myself as valuable as much as I can. And I feel like that showed a lot in my work, because maybe my work ethic did definitely go down. And am I proud to say that? No, but at the end of the day, I'm very honest with myself about that. And because I lost that confidence, and not just within my work area, I feel like I lost my self-confidence in a lot of other areas. Sometimes in friendships, relationships. So that just kind of played a role in itself. And I felt like at times I kind of had to be silenced on a lot of things. So that played a role in the social media consumption. And I feel like I didn't want to develop unrealistic expectations, but with social media, when you consume so much of it, it almost kind of wants you to live this unrealistic lifestyle. And it's really difficult to try and get yourself out of that. I always try and like to keep my content as raw as I possibly can and be as brutally honest. Like, I really don't care. Now, definitely, because I'm not in that now. I don't really care how some people feel about me. It doesn't bother me. Like, it's not making me stay up all night wondering, oh, some people don't see me as valuable. Some people are not gonna like my pictures, or some people are not gonna, see value in my business, when I know I see value in it, and I know it's actually impacting a lot of people's lives in the world. So I think I had to get myself out of that, and I had to kind of stay off social media to be able to find the value within myself and be able to find that self-confidence back. Yeah. Oh, also, I just didn't want to keep up with the Joneses anymore. I felt like I was doing it a lot. I'm not proud of it. I think a lot of people on social media are trying to keep up with the Joneses and keep up with this unrealistic lifestyle, and it's just kind of stupid when you sit back and really think about it. So, and with not keeping up with the Joneses, I kind of became a minimalist. And it was one of the best decisions I made in my life. Like, last October, and I'll put maybe a 5-10 second clip of it. I literally cleaned out my entire closet in my basement, and I got rid of about 70% of my clothes. And when I tell you, it's probably the best feeling I've had in my life. It's probably the best feeling I had. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I still have other clothes and whatnot. I'm not wearing just 5 basic outfits and that's it. No, but I didn't feel like I needed to consume so much, like, oh, I need this or I need that. No, I now buy my clothes with intention. I spend my money with intention. And I value my time a lot more. And I'm kind of glad I chose that minimalist lifestyle, or I embedded it. I'm not fully a minimalist now. There's some people that are full minimalists that got only 40 items and that's it. That's not me. That's not over here. We're not over here doing that. But I have definitely adapted some of their life choices, and I did realize it brought a lot of peace to me, not being able to have that keeping up with the Joneses attitude anymore. So the next thing that definitely bothered me was toxic trauma from my past. Now, some of you that are definitely friends with me, or I've met in passing or whatnot when I've spoken about my life, is that I've parent that passed. My dad passed away when I was 12 to brain and lung cancer, and also my grandmother had Alzheimer's and dementia. And I will make videos about that and how that has affected my mental health as well. Because I'm not gonna say I have a tragic little life story, but I didn't have your typical childhood, to say the least. And not only just that, dealing with other relationships from my past and other friendships, I realized that it did take a toll on my mental health. And when you sit in the house and you really realize all those past traumas really give you time to think, you start to really realize how it actually plays an impact on your friendships or the relationships you are trying to develop. And I really had to really start to sit back and digest, how am I able to have a functioning and healthy relationship if I am not acknowledging those issues. And I do believe that played a major role in the last relationship that I did have. And I'm not going to say I was perfect. I don't think anybody on this earth is ever perfect, but it does go along with why I have trust issues, or why I've had, and I still am working on my abandonment issues and things like that. So just owning those issues, I think, is very essential for my mental health and anybody's mental health as well that is dealing with that, in order for you to grow and blossom. Which leads into my next thing. So relationship failures. So last year, in the beginning of the year, I was in a relationship, and me and the person are no longer together. And I thought this person was the love of my life. I thought this person and me were going to get married one day and live a happy little life and go on. And that just didn't happen. Now, I have no malice for this person. I genuinely care for this person. I hope this person is doing well. And I want truly the best for this person. Let me say that up front. And I have no bad blood. There's no bad blood over here. With that person, if anything ever happened to that person, I actually would thoroughly be upset. But from that relationship, there was toxic parts on both ends. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I'm not gonna say they were perfect. But at the end of the day, a lot of that toxicity and anger and frustration did play a major role in how it rolled out for the rest of the year for me. And not confronting certain things or staying quiet about certain things that I felt that happened throughout the time we were together for years, or whatever time we were together, it just wasn't healthy for me. And there are things I wish I could have said, or I did say, but I didn't. And it is what it is at this point. But I dealt with that for so long, and it really did eat up at me for about 5 or 6 months. At one point, I just thought I would never get in relationships ever again, because that's how heartbroken I really was when we ended. And I really, really love that person. Like, I can't even go to explain it without trying to really explain the story. And I think I value the privacy that I have. Just not getting into that. But more or less, things happened. It made me very bitter, made me very angry, and it played a major role in my mental health and how I viewed relationships. And I had to understand that that person was emotional, I was emotional, and whatever happened, I can understand, but I can't understand because of the shoes on the other foot. I would have never done that. And it is what it is. So I had to walk myself out of that depression. It took so long for me to realize not everybody loves that way, and somebody's gonna come along and see you as valuable and not do the same behaviors that that person or anybody I've ever dated in the past would do. And I'm not gonna say all my exes are horrible people. Some of them are actually just great people. They really are. But I realized we were young, and some of them did not grow up in actually, healthy homes. And I can't be mad at that if you didn't have a healthy mother role model or a healthy father role model. And because I didn't have a healthy father role model, so I wouldn't maybe be able to understand how to love a person the way they deserve to be loved because of that. So you're just trying to figure it out, and sometimes you make a lot of stupid decisions, and it ends up impacting that person in a very traumatic way. So being able to own in on those traumas and those relationship failures, and just being able to work it out and go to therapy for them, major thing to do. Just saying. Sidebar. Not gonna say I'm in therapy because of my relationship issues, but it does help. Just gonna let y'all know that. That's a segue. It does help. Not gonna lie. Next, we're gonna get into my business. So, I started my business about 2 years ago, and it was for the sake of mental health, right? And the Joyful Wellness Project. If you're not already following, we're on Instagram and Twitter. It's Joyful Wellness _. We're on Facebook, Joyful Wellness Project LLC, and we're also on YouTube. So go subscribe. And it's Joyful Wellness LLC. Just have to plug those in. So one thing is that I didn't want to do as a life coach. I'm not faking it. I'm sorry. I'm just not the life coach that's gonna fake it. I'm not gonna be the therapist that fake it and say, oh, this is what you should do, what you shouldn't do. Nope. You're not gonna find it over here. I'm gonna tell you if I'm not feeling great. I'm gonna tell you if I mess up. Like, I want everybody that ever comes across my platform or ever meets me in public and whatnot, and to hold me accountable, hold me to my word. Like, I'm not gonna say every influencer isn't like that, or anybody that's not in the mental health field isn't like that, but I'm so serious about that. Like, I like when people hold me accountable. Like, that's why I appreciate my friends or family that do hold me to it. Because I have a different respect for you. You want to see me elevate. You want to see me grow, and you're not gonna allow me to fake the funk. And that's one thing I was not about. I'm not going to go on JWP and people ask, oh, how are you? And all these mental health tips I'm giving out to my clients, or I'm giving out to people, and I'm not even taking my own advice. I think that would have been foolish on my own part. So I decided, well, if I can't take the advice that I'm giving out to people, I need to get off the platform. It was just as simple as that. Did I want to? No, because I know that there's a lot of insight that I was reading over the past 6 to 7 months. I know that could have been so beneficial for people on my platform, for people just in general, and I wanted to be able to share it. But I was like, if I'm not taking it at this point, what service or what value is it going to be to anybody? So I had to make sure that I had myself mentally together, or I was getting myself mentally together, so then I can approach it completely differently and really be able to say, I'm doing this. This is how long I've been doing this, and this is how I know it works, and this is how I can tell it works for other people, because this is the results it's getting for other people. And any of the tips and hacks that I typically do, just FYI, I've put them within my life already, in the works. Any goals assessments, I've done them myself. Any goals I already have had, and tips and tricks, hacks, like I said, already done. So yeah, I did not want to fake it anymore on my business, because the depression was getting so difficult for me to be like, even want to push out content. And I feel like if I have to force myself to fake content, or force myself to want to interact with individuals, I feel like there's just no point of being on the platform. I believe you're doing people a disjustice. Not even feel. You are truly doing people a disjustice, and I just don't believe that's right. And lastly, but not least, and disclaimer, because I have friends that are doing this now, I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying it's not for me. Many are called to it. Few are chosen to complete the task and be successful in it. Forex. So last year, a friend approached me and asked me to do Forex, and I said, sure, why not? Why not give it a shot? And I did. I believe Forex is a useful tool that can get you to be very successful. I'm not gonna lie, there are people I know that are actually doing very, very well. But I just noticed Forex is not for me. And if I decide to do Forex, I just personally would not want to do it with a team. Do I know the skill? Yep. Do I understand the skill? Yep. Do I think it's a scam? No, not at all. And I will fully 100% say, is it a scam? No, it is not a scam. Is the market actually vital and you can actually make money in it? Yep. But I realize it's just not for me. I think the environment that I was in was a little chaotic. The leadership was a little bit all over the place, and I just did not like the person I was becoming when I was doing Forex. I think it took away from my business where I was focusing, and I enjoyed focusing on mental health. I'm not going to change my platform for individuals that did not come to my platform to do Forex. They came to learn about mental health. Can they go hand in hand? Because financial freedom and mental health? Yep. But I'd rather do a segment with somebody that is a Forex educator that can touch on that. But I'm going to focus on the mental health side over here. Will I always educate people? Because my acronym is MEDIC. Education, financial literacy. They do go hand in hand. Why? Because it is a tool that you can use for success. However, that's just not what my platform is for. I just didn't like the environment that I was in. I heard too many things that just did not sit well in my stomach, and I was just like, this is not for me. So I decided to exit and leave it the way it was. And it doesn't have thoroughly a bad taste in my mouth. I think it's just certain individuals left a bad taste in my mouth, like a lot of individuals might say. So people can lose money in the market, just like if you do stocks. You can lose money. You can lose money in Forex. You can lose money playing the lotto, because if you don't hit the lotto, well, you out $2.50. But it's not bad. I just realized working with a team is just not for me. And I'm not gonna market a product for any individuals where you kind of have to use it in order to make money, because they want you to be codependent on the product. I'd rather you teach me a skill that if I don't use this product anymore, I can still make money because I actually understand the concept of it. So yeah, I just don't like being sold on something, and I don't want to sell people on anything because I think it's just not fair. People don't like being sold, and I think that's what a lot of people in Forex are doing personally. So like I said, it's no bad blood to any of my friends that do Forex. I'm actually very happy for you. Please continue to do the work that you're doing, because y'all are actually changing lives. I'm not gonna lie, you're helping people be financially free. It's not the road for me, and I'm thoroughly okay with that. But yeah, so that kind of like wraps up a lot of my mental health, issues that I was definitely going through. And I would say what definitely helped me get through it was friends. Friends holding me accountable, never leaving my side, being as understanding as possible. During that time, I lost my grandfather at the end in December, and that was really, really rough on me. And I'm very, 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 very appreciative of one individual, and this individual knows who they are, so I just don't have to mention their name because they have to deal with me day in and day out. I'm definitely very grateful for my friends like Will, my aunt, my brothers, definitely my sisters as well. You are that one individual, sir. Anyways, I'm just very grateful for those that stuck by me during that very rough time. So yeah, for future content to come. Oh, I can't forget my UC gang. So like, before I forget them and I get yelled at, thank you UC gang that stuck by me. Y'all know who you are. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, because a lot of people didn't know what I was going through, and I kind of like kept it that way. And I also have to thank my mom, because my mom had to deal with me and I was giving her attitude. I'm just gonna say the sidebar, if y'all got only one parent left, like the way I do, cherish that parent, because sometimes you be giving them hell without you noticing, and when that parent is gone, it's gonna hurt, because it already hurts when I have one parent already gone, and it hits every now and then. So yeah, cherish your parents and say how grateful you are for them. So yes, I'm so grateful for you. So one thing that I definitely can say that helped me get me back on track, throughout this time, I came financially free because I am credit card debt free, which I'm so happy about. I have to think the Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey definitely helped me, where I got out of my depression kind of financially on that aspect. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, reading that. I didn't finally decide to go to therapy. I started this past April, and I'm definitely working on tools that will help me, that my therapist gives me, on healing and forgiving. What's another tool that I do use? I just started goal setting, and I did use my actual goal assessment. So if you have not already, it will be linked in my it'll be linked in my caption, and it'll also be, if you're on Instagram, go up there and just tap that website thing, and it'll be right there, if you don't have it already. And what's another useful tool that I used? Yeah, the tools that I use, I just started going to therapy this past month. I'm working definitely on healing and just learning a lot more about effective communication. I started watching a lot more podcasts and videos on forgiveness and understanding childhood trauma and abandonment. If you guys need any of that, please DM me, or DM me, or ask me in the comment section. I have no problem sending you links to those things. Also watching certain TED Talks on things like that as well, to understand, in some videos. I actually will, matter of fact, maybe I should make a playlist on things that I watched. Also on Iyanla Vanzant, I'm not gonna stunt, she actually helped me too in certain aspects. And even, I'm not gonna give this man credit, but he kind of deserves credit, Kevin Samuels. But we're not gonna talk about that one. Anyways, but yeah, so that's all I have to say. For future things that I'm looking to do that I'm very excited about, I'm going to finally start my YouTube channel, and I'm very excited about that, for Joy's Infinite Journey and Joyful Wellness Project. So Joyful Wellness Project, I will be actually discussing a lot of things pertaining to mental health and coaching over there a lot more, and things that have to do with our acronym MEDIC. So our acronym is Mindfulness, Education, Discipline, Integrity, and Character. I'm going to be bringing on a lot more individuals that might focus on mindfulness, and some tips and tricks that I know on how to make you more mindful of your decisions. Because I'm going to be honest, millennials and Gen Z, y'all are not mindful of the decisions you have made. I'm gonna say it because nobody else might say it, especially Black women. Sometimes it don't need to be a hot girl summer. Sometimes you just need to chill out. And Black men, we don't always have to accept certain things that we do. I'm gonna just be the devil's advocate for it. I'm sorry, I didn't want to say it, but it has to be said. I'm sorry. And also, we should all just know our words. And as a community of Black individuals, we need to stop being laughed at from other minorities, because they laughing at us. I'm the life coach, I said it. I don't care. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking more about financial literacy. I'm kind of looking at doing maybe a podcast. Just throw it out there. Just sprinkle it. So maybe you'll see some episodes soon. Just, yeah. And if you decide you actually want to definitely be on it, and it's going to be kind of called the Share It All podcast. Definitely let me know, because it's basically a run-on from the Share It All documentary series that I was doing before, but it's kind of going in a different direction. So yeah. So I'm very, very excited, and yeah. Till then, I will see you all. Make sure you like, comment, Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Like me on Facebook. There you go. And if you want to book a one-on-one life coaching session, I'm gonna start in maybe the end of June, close to July. I'm gonna start doing my 30-minute free consultations again and booking clients again. But I want to make sure I give myself enough time to prepare, because I'm going to do it completely differently than how I was doing it before with other clientele. And I want to make a video catered to that so you understand what that package is. So yeah, see you guys then. Peace.